Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica, and today's video is another episode of a weekly series I do here on my channel titled No Makeup and Chill, the Barefaced Chronicles. Now I know I give you this rundown every time I do one of these episodes, but for those of you that are new here and maybe haven't seen this particular series, let me explain why I am doing a no makeup video on a makeup focused channel. Well, I am almost 50 years old, and as I age, it's just really important for me that I embrace my natural face. I think there is a real big push to always look younger and be younger and kind of be frightened of the aging process, and I just don't want to do that. I want us to all embrace how we look without makeup on. And I don't really feel like I can support that idea if I can't sit and film a video with no makeup on my face. Again, though, I always say this too, if you want to wear makeup 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the fullest coverage, every single makeup product you can think of on your face, go for it. And I absolutely support that decision. I support you doing whatever you want with makeup or without makeup. It's totally your decision. It's just something that I felt really strongly about doing here on my channel. And I want these videos to be very laid back, very chill. There's just some times where I don't want to have to figure out what brushes I'm going to use to put on my makeup or what eyeshadow palette I'm going to use or blush or foundation or, I just want to sit down and chat with you guys. Now, most often I would say that these episodes are going to be makeup focused, but some of them are not going to be makeup focused. And this episode happens to be one of those non-makeup focused episodes. A couple episodes ago, I think it was, or maybe it was my last episode of No Makeup and Chill, I mentioned that if anybody would be interested in seeing what products I use for my skincare routine, I would be willing to do that. And one of my very dear subscribers, she said she would really like to see what I use for my skincare. Now, it's really not that exciting. I do kind of switch things up a little bit sometimes, and then other times I do not. My morning skincare routine is very different than my evening skincare routine. So I thought what I would do is start off with my morning skincare. And one of the things I use, I know that I don't know if it's controversial, but I know that sometimes people will say I shouldn't use this particular product on my face, but I've been using it for quite some time and I really like the results. And it is this facial scrub right here. This is a blemish control facial scrub, salicylic acid, acne medication, gently exfoliates without drying to remove dirt, oil, and dead skin cells that can clog pores, and it's oil-free. And this is the Winco Foods brand. And a lot of times I'll get the St. Ives peach smelling scrub. And this is peach smelling or apricot scrub. Now, I know the reason why people don't really maybe encourage using this type of product is because there's what is it, walnut shells or something like that? That's the scrub that's in it. And what I will say is that the scrub that's in here is pretty fine. I mean, you can definitely feel it, but I don't know. I just have always needed some kind of scrub on my skin at least 2 to 3 days a week, because if I don't do that, these little things kind of start sticking out of my pores, and I don't like how it looks. And so this scrub really does a good job of getting rid of that. And, I know that the particles in here can I think the criticism is that they can damage your skin, tear your skin, things like that. I don't use a ton. I just use a quarter-size drop, and then I just kind of, massage it around my face, but kind of focusing on my T-zone down here, in my nose, my forehead, T-zone. I don't necessarily scrub my entire face with it, but I just feel like this does a really good job of keeping my, blackheads and blemishes under control. So I'm not showing you these things because I think you need to go out and get these exact products to wash your face with. I'm just showing you simply what I use, and that's it. And then every morning, actually, so that product I only use 2 or 3 times a week, but this product I use every single morning. So after I'm done using the facial scrub, I will wash my face with this. But even if I don't use the facial scrub, I will always wash my face with this. And this is kind of a CeraVe knockoff. This is the Winco Foods brand. Gentle skin cleanser for all skin types. Mild formula is non-irritating and fragrance-free. And I really like it. It's kind of foamy, you know, kind of soapy feeling. No scent to it. It is fragrance-free. And I just, you know, wash my face, rinse my face off, and that's it. So those are the only two things I use in the morning besides my moisturizer, which I did show this in, I think, my last episode, right? This is the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration Face Cream with hyaluronic acid and peptides. And I just got this like maybe 2 weeks ago off the Amazon website. I'm pretty sure this was like on sale, or maybe it was in my cart. I can't remember what the situation was with this particular product, but I think it was on sale. So I got this and I'm loving it. It's very lightweight. It doesn't make your skin feel oily or greasy. And it doesn't act weird like with my foundations or primers or anything like that. So I'm loving this. It's an awesome product and it was very affordable. So that's my morning skincare routine. The only days of the week that I don't do that is sometimes on Saturday and Sunday. I don't have really a skincare regimen in the morning or in the evening because I don't wear any makeup. Sometimes if I take a shower, which I usually take a shower on the weekends, sometimes I don't though. Sometimes on Saturday I just skip the shower. But on Sundays, I just will rinse my face off with warm water and that's it. You know, I try to not use a lot of products on my face because my skin just does not like that at all. Okay, so now let me talk to you about what products I use for my nighttime skincare regimen. And I do what's called a double cleanse, which I never understood what that meant. And then Shawnee and Jan, I think Shawnee actually, explained to me what a double cleanse is. I use a wipe to wipe my makeup off, and I usually use the Neutrogena wipes. Hold on, let me go get the wipes that I'm using right now. I don't love them, but let me go get them. I forgot to grab those. Hold on. So the last time that I went to TJ Maxx, I showed you guys some other things I picked up from that establishment. I picked up a pack of these wipes. There's 4 packs here for $4.99, and the brand is Global Beauty Care. And I'm currently using this one, and I just go down the little stack here. But this one is the cleansing cloth, retinol cleansing cloths. Hold on. Retinol cleansing cloths for all skin types. There's 30 cloths in here. And then we have, gosh, I don't know, collagen, Dead Sea, charcoal, retinol. So this is the collagen one. This is the Dead Sea. This is the charcoal. This is the retinol. And they're okay. They're just not that great. They're kind of sticky on my skin. They're not as like damp, or I hate the word moist, but they're not as moist as the Neutrogena wipes are. I prefer those, but I don't know. I just saw these and thought, oh, I'll give them a try. They're okay. I mean, you know, they take my makeup off. It's, you know, they're just not my favorite that I've ever tried before. And I know that not everybody's into wipes. I totally understand why. You know, I would like to get myself a makeup removing balm. I've had a couple of those over the years and I really like those. It's just, they were just staring me in the face, so I grabbed them. So once I wipe all my makeup off, then I will wash my face. And there's a couple different things I will use, just kind of depending on what mood I'm in, what's nearest to me at the sink. I will use the Honey Jarrett Skin Cleanser. This is the Clean Whip Cleanser. And my daughter just happened to give this to me. And I've had this before. I got this a couple of times from Ipsy, and I really like this face wash. It's got a very light scent to it, kind of florally, which, you know, I know not everybody loves scented makeup, but I'm fine with that. It's very foamy and it just feels good. I don't know how else to describe it. It just feels like it's cleansing my skin, and it doesn't feel super drying or anything afterwards. So I'll use this, or I will use this right here. And this is by Benefit. And I can never read the writing on here. This is the Professional from Benefit Good Cleanup Pore Purifying Foaming Cleanser. And I'm pretty sure that my friend Julia sent this to me. Pretty sure. And I love this. It's very foamy. It's very lightweight. I don't think there's a scent to it, but it's great. I mean, it just works really well to clean my face, I feel like. What else do I have here? Oh, and I also sometimes will use the e.l.f. Daily Face Cleanser. And this was sent to me in a mystery box from Bonnie's Bargains when we did our Christmas in July group collab. We did like a mystery box swap, and love this. Really nice too. And I think this does have a little bit of a scent to it. Let me see. yeah, it's kind of got like a clean scent to it, I would say, but not overpowering or anything. And I feel like all three of these work really well. So I just grab one and wash my face with it. So yeah, I mean, I've had this for quite some time, but it seems like it works really well. Then what I do is I will spray some toner on my face. And this is what I just picked up. I've used this twice now, and it's nice. This is the Precision Beauty Anti-Aging Toner Mist, Rose Water Collagen with Aloe Vera. And this was what? How much was this? $4.99. I said $6. $4.99 at TJ Maxx. And I just, spray my face, let it dry. And there's a little bit of a scent to this too, maybe more like medicinal smelling, but not bad, just a hint. And then I apply a product that is a huge game changer. I mean, it has totally changed and revolutionized my skin. And I'm not being dramatic. I truly feel that way, okay? This is the Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence by CosRX, I think. Now, Jan Van sent this to me. Jan swears by this, right? And she'd been using it for a long time and telling Shawnee and I think she's talked about it on her channel too, about how amazing this product is. And I can't remember what I had said, but something about I wasn't real happy with my skin, and I don't know. And she said, I'm getting this for you and I'm sending it to you. I mean, she just spoils me like you would not believe. And, I was thinking, well, okay, yeah, I'll try it. I'm telling you, this is phenomenal. And I can't exactly say what it's done other than it's just made my skin look better. It feels better. I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it. I mean, it's not getting rid of my fine lines and wrinkles or anything like that, but I just feel like my skin looks a lot better. It looks healthier. I'm not getting any breakouts on my face since I started using this. I know this is really good also for psoriasis. I don't really, well, I do have a little bit of it on the back of my head. I have not tried that on my psoriasis. Right now, it's not really bothering me. But I know that, you can use it for psoriasis and it really helps take it away. If I can find a link to this product on Amazon, I'll pop it in my description box. And of course, I'll link Shawnee and Jan's channels in my description box too, my besties. But I mean, I just can't recommend this highly enough. I don't know how much this costs, so I'm hoping Jan didn't spend a bunch of money on me for that. Janny, better not have. But it's a game changer. And once that runs out, I'll get myself some more, absolutely. Now, the next products I'm gonna show you, these are all either serums or oils for my face. And I really like to use very hydrating serums and oils. And I just I don't know what determines which one I use. I guess just if it's closest to me at the sink and that's what sounds good for me, that's the one I'll grab. So this one is one that my daughter got for me this past Christmas. And this is the Neo Gold Collagen Instant Firming Serum. And let me put my glasses on because there's other stuff on here. Dermatologist and allergy tested, rapidly plumps the look of fine lines and sagging. And I mean, does it do that? I don't know. But I just like it. It's a kind of a milky formula. Like it looks kind of milky, you see. And I don't know, it's lightweight. It feels like moisturizing, like my skin kind of goes, when I put it on. And does it have a smell? I don't think so. No smell. So I use this, I don't know, once, twice a week, just kind of depends. Sometimes I'll use this every night throughout the week. I don't know, just depends. I don't know what it depends on. I also will use this, and this was in my panning project, and I really enjoyed using this for the 10 uses, my Def Leppard panning project. And this is the Simplex Retinol and Vitamin C Face Serum. Hold on again. Anti-aging and brightening, reduces appearance of fine lines. And I think the prompt was like using a product that had over-the-top claims. And again, I don't know that I really don't think anything takes away your fine lines and wrinkles, okay? I'd have to sit with my face implanted in this for days. And I don't even think that would work, months. But I like it. It's an oil. It's not like this isn't really that oily. But this is definitely oily, but not in a bad way. Like I do like it a lot. But it dries down on your face. So it doesn't, like I have it on right now and my face doesn't feel oily at all. It just feels nice and soft. This was $5.99 at TJ Maxx. And I do like it. Does it smell like anything? I don't think so, but no smell to it. So yeah, I mean, I think it was a great find and I'm going to keep using it. Sometimes, however, I will grab for this. And this is the Volition Hibiscus Unspottable Correcting Oil. Hold on. Let's see. Oh no, that's in French. So I already read it to you and I would not probably pronounce those words very well. This does have a scent to it. It's kind of like almost like a eucalyptus scent, but I don't think it's eucalyptus. Well, hibiscus, maybe that's what it smells like. Duh. This is a really nice oil. It's oilier though than this one. This is pretty oily. It doesn't really like dry on my skin at all, but I don't mind it. Like it's a very hydrating, I would say kind of a lush face oil. I don't like put this on and immediately go to bed though, because it would probably get on my pillowcase, but I don't wake up with oil all over my pillowcase or anything like that. Then sometimes I'll grab this one too. And this is the face oil number 2, Rose Hip Oil by Glod. I'm not sure. Glod. And it's got the backslash through the O. Is this Swedish, Norwegian? I'm not sure. Let me smell this. This is the oiliest of them all. No, not really. Doesn't really have a scent to it, but it kind of smells like oil actually. And this is just lovely, but this is the most intense like oiliness that I have out of all the face oils. So this I probably use once a week, maybe once every other week. And then I have this eye cream. This is amazing. This is the Ivy Aya. It's spelled A-I-A. There's 2 dots over the I, so I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. And this is the eye cream with caffeine. And a little bit of this goes a long way. I just put a teeny tiny little speck of this on my finger and then put it on this eyelid and that eyelid and like underneath my eyes as well. It doesn't smell like anything. My dear friend Pia, Makeup by PAW, she sent this to me quite a while ago, and I pretty much use this every day. Sometimes on the weekends I don't use it, but I've had this for quite some time and it works great. I just use very sparingly because I just don't feel like I need a ton of it. But that's really all I use for my skincare. It's really not that exciting. I kind of switch things up a little bit, maybe to make it a little bit more exciting and that my skin, I guess sometimes I've noticed that when my skin gets used to certain products, I don't know that I have the best results with that. Although that could just all be in my head. I don't know. But let me know if you guys use any of these products and what you think of them. I know obviously these are smaller sizes of things. So eventually I'm going to run out of those things. But I do have other facial cleansers I just haven't opened up yet to use. Not a lot, but a few. So I feel like I'm good with that. So yeah, that's it. Again, let me know if you have any of these products in the comment section. So now what I thought I would do is show you guys how I make my thumbnails for my YouTube videos, of course. And I realize that some of you watching don't have a YouTube channel and you could care less about how anyone makes their thumbnails. So if this is something you'd rather just say, nope, I will see you in the next video, I completely understand. But I just thought I would show you the process of how I put my thumbnails together. I want to say a couple of things though before I get into the thumbnail tutorial aspect of this video. Is number one, I am not an expert and I never will be, okay? I'm not like a media or graphic art or thumbnail expert specialist at all. I found a couple of creators and I cannot remember who they are. I mean, this was over 3 years ago. I've had my channel now for 3 years. But before I got started, I found these 2 amazing women that were, giving very detailed but very easy to follow instructions on how to make thumbnails. And they just revolutionized my life at that point, because I'm like, how the hell do you make thumbnails? I'd never made one before, and I'm like, it seemed very daunting. But after watching these 2 women put thumbnails together, it just made it a lot easier for me. And I just love to put thumbnails together. I do. I think it's really fun. And I think that you are capable and able of making your own thumbnails however you so choose. So I'm not trying to act like I know more than the next person or I'm better than doing thumbnails than the next person at all. one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this is because I've been asked a lot, how do you make your thumbnails? What apps do you use? How do you do this? How do you do that? And often, many times when I've collabed with other people, they've said, hey, you know, I really like how your thumbnails look. Would you mind making the thumbnail for our collab video? And I'm like, sure. So I don't know, I just thought it might be interesting to those of you that either, I don't know, have a channel and you'd like to learn something different maybe than what you're doing, or if you're thinking about starting a channel and you just have no clue as to where to get started by, you know, creating thumbnails. I thought I would help you with that. Now, what my initial plan was just to hold my phone up and show you how I do it, but the lights are so damn glary when I do that you can't even see my phone screen at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of rearrange how my phone is set up so that the phone is looking down on my desk, and I'm just gonna have the phone like obviously where you can see it, but you won't see my face anymore. You'll just see my hands and stuff. Gosh, there's always a hair. It's amazing to me how much crap is floating around in this room while I'm filming. I'm like, because when I'm just in here not filming, there's nothing floating around in here. I sit down to film a video and it's like all the hair, every single hair that's in here just decides to let loose and fly around. It drives me crazy when I'm editing. Because I'm sure it's probably pretty distracting. And it looks like I'm sitting in a room full of hair. I'm really not. I don't think. Maybe I am. I do use 2 apps to create my thumbnails. One is called Canva, which I would say 95% of creators use in one way, shape, or form on their YouTube channels, whether it be thumbnails or their banners, which a banner is if you go to someone's YouTube channel and look at their list of videos, there's the picture that's up on top that's kind of like long and skinny this way, or like narrow. That is a banner. And I made one when I very first got started, and the dimensions were really hard for me to figure out. And I have never changed it since because it was such a pain to make the banner, for me anyway. There's many of you are probably thinking it's really not that hard. And honestly, now I'm not really exactly sure how to change it. I've tried to go in and mess with that. And it doesn't matter. I'm fine with my banner. But you can use Canva for that. You can use Canva for Facebook posts, Instagram posts. I don't know if you can use it for TikTok. I don't have TikTok, and I don't have Facebook either. But there's all kinds of really awesome options on Canva. And then I also use an app called Picsart. So I'm going to show you how I use both of those apps, software programs, to make my thumbnails. And again, well, maybe not again, I don't think I've said this yet. I did not create Canva. I did not create Picsart. I'm not trying to like do any copyright type violations. I don't know if I have to have like their permission to show how to use them. I don't think so. If I do, whoops, I'm sorry, but I'm not taking any credit for anything that's on either one of those apps or software programs. Somebody way, way more ingenious than I will ever even think of being put those programs together. So what I'll do is I'll get things set up, and then I'm just going to go through 3 different examples of how I do thumbnails. The first one I'm going to show you is just taking the actual picture and then popping it into the thumbnail by itself and adding some goodies to it, like text and maybe some fun little icons or something. Then I'll show you how I cut myself out of a picture and pop that over a background. And then I'm going to show you how to use the templates that come in Canva to make your thumbnail. Now, I don't take like screenshots of myself in my videos to use as my thumbnails because I think it diminishes the quality because you're taking a picture of a picture. I just use the picture I've taken, and I don't want to say the word picture 4,000 times, but I believe that's the best way to do it, is just to take a picture of yourself at some point throughout the filming process, either before you get started, if you don't want to have the look on your face, or like if you've done a makeup look, wait until you're done filming and then just take some pictures of yourself. And what I do is I sit this far away from my phone, I set it to portrait mode, and then I also set the lighting to studio lighting because I just think it looks brighter, more vibrant. It's not really a filter. It just makes the lighting look a little bit more professional, I would say. And then I set my timer to either 3 seconds or 10 seconds, and I just take a few pictures of myself, either smiling or looking serious or looking goofy or whatever I think applies to the video and like maybe the things I talked about, or I don't know. I mean, whatever you want. And also I want to say that some people do their thumbnails exactly the same every single time they put up a video. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all either. This is just for fun. This is just me showing you guys what I do. I really, like, I'm nervous that people are going to think I'm some hot know-it-all, hot shot thumbnail maker. And I don't think that, okay? I really don't. I just thought this would be fun to share with you guys what I do. Okay, I don't need to keep explaining myself. Now, keep in mind when you're doing thumbnails, and it goes up on like your YouTube channel, of course, and like you go to, like, let's say you go to look at somebody's list of their videos. In the lower right-hand corner is the timestamp of how long the video is, and that can cover up part of your thumbnail. So, you can keep that in mind or not. Doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't really worry about that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But it'll cover up like a picture, writing, so if you don't want anything covered up by that timestamp, you got to be mindful of the lower right-hand corner of the picture. I'm trying to think of anything else I can tell you before I get into the actual showing you how I do my thumbnails. I don't think so. And if I think of anything, I'll mention it while I'm doing that. So again, I'm going to get my stuff set up and walk you through it. Okay, cool. So here, of course, is my cell phone. And I just felt like this would be the easiest way for me to show you how I make my thumbnails. The glare isn't as bad and whatnot. I know it's maybe hard to see because, my cell phone's down here. And, but I'm just going to do it this way and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I thought what I would do is make the thumbnail for this video for you guys. So I'm going to click on Canva. And the home screen pops up and it gives you, you might want to try, and there's all these different options up here. Or you can scroll down, you can see your most recent designs. You can scroll down and see all kinds of different things. YouTube banners, Facebook posts, photo collages, all kinds of fun stuff you can do in here. So let's go back up here and I'm going to scroll over and I'm going to click on YouTube thumbnail right here. Click. Okay, so what it's going to do is it's going to pop up with this kind of like main screen. It's going to give you templates that you can use, or it's just going to give you a blank thumbnail frame. So I'm just going to click on the blank thumbnail frame. And now this is kind of like your workspace here. Well, then it pops up with this, but I just scroll that back down because I don't need that right now. So what I do for my no makeup and chill videos is I just use a picture that I've taken of myself. So I took a bunch of pictures of myself before I started filming. Usually I do that process after I'm done filming, but for this purpose, this video purpose, that's why I did that. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go down to replace. The reason why I'm doing this is because if I just select the photo without clicking on that, it's going to pop my photo, whatever one I choose, and it's going to put it right in the middle of the frame here, and then you have to make it bigger and it just kind of distorts it. So I'm going to hit replace, and this is going to pop up with my pictures. Now this is a thumbnail that I have coming up for my Throwback Thursday video. So these are the pictures I want to select from, and I'm thinking I'm going to select this picture right here. So now it's going to fill the whole frame with my picture. And sometimes when it first pops in, it's a little distorted, but this time it didn't do that. So that's great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click out of here. Now I could just leave it like that if I wanted to. I don't have to add anything to it, but I think I want to add, I think it's good to add some text here. I do try to have the wording in my thumbnail a little different from the wording of my title of my video, but sometimes it's kind of hard to do that because it's a very straightforward video. So I'm going to click on text, and it's going to give me some options down here of like already put together text combinations. Or what you can do if you don't want to do that is you can just choose one of these selections up here. So I think what I'm going to do is just click on this. So now it's going to put it right in the middle of my face, which I don't want that. So I just grab it and drag it. Sometimes you have to click in and out of things, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. And I'm going to scoot it over here. Now I don't want it to say add a heading. I want it to say no makeup and chill. So I'm going to scoot it over just a little bit. I click on that. I'm just going to type in no makeup, enter, and chill, exclamation point. Okay, so I'm going to click out of that. So that's a little bit too close to my face. So I'm going to pop it over here so it's a little bit more centered between my face and the edge of the frame or edge of the photo. Well, that, you know, you can see it okay from my vantage point where I'm filming, but looking at it in real life down here, that you can't really see very well. So what I think I'm gonna do is click back on there so that anything that you have within this box, you can manipulate. So I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna go to color, and let's do white and see if that shows up better. Yeah, much better. But I still think it's kind of not that exciting. So I'm gonna scroll down here and go over to effects, and you have none, shadow, lift, hollow, splice, outline, echo, glitch, neon, and background. Those are the different options that you have. And I think what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to put outline. And so it's just very subtle little outline, just makes it a little bit easier to see the writing. But I don't love that font. It's kind of boring. So let's go over to font here. And let's switch the font up. So it just gives you all kinds of ideas. All kinds of ideas. I mean, there's a bajillion different kinds of fonts. But to make this go a little faster here, I'm going to click on Chewy because I like that font. And I'm going to make this a little bigger. A little bit bigger. Okay, so there we have No Makeup and Chill. So now what I think I'm going to do is add some more text over here. And I'm going to say how I do my ... or ellipses, I think is really more accurate there. So I'm going to click on text. I'm going to go back into this. I'm going to scooch this, scooch this over here. Whoops, gosh. Again, you do kind of have to click around in here, but that's okay. So I'm going to say how I do my, whoops, not MT, my, and then ... Okay, so I don't really like where that's centered, so I'm going to do it here. And I don't like the text, so I think, though, I would rather have maybe a different text, or a different font, I mean. So let's go back to font, and let's just kind of play around here a little bit. We could try Magnolia Script. We could try Lazy Dog. Nah, I don't love that. Let's see, League Spartan, maybe? Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. Cool. And I do want to outline it again because, you know, it just makes it look a little bit more pronounced, I would say. So let's go back to effects, scroll over here and click outline. Okay, I like it. Then you just click out of that and then you can see it without having the box around it. I think, though, I might want to, let's change the color of that one. So let's go. Now, when you click on colors, it's going to give you the photo colors. So it's going to grab colors that are already in the photo, or you can go down to the default colors here. And I think I kind of like that pink. I don't know, that's not very noticeable. Gray, maybe? Yeah, I think light gray looks pretty good. Sure, why not? Make this just a tad bit, tad bit bigger, I think. That's too big. Well, it's probably the same size, whatever. So there we have it. There's my thumbnail. I'm done. I can also maybe click on this and move it like that, you know? Maybe I should do it like this just a little bit. Kind of slant it a little bit. Let's do that. Okay, perfect. So I could just leave it like this, but I'm a little extra. So I'm going to add something kind of cute here, like a winky face emoji. So let's go on to elements right here. So it gives you, these are all the recently used ones I've used, and shapes and graphics and Well, yes, I could just use one of those, but I know what I want to use. So I'm going to type in under the search option, wink. There it goes, wink emoji. Click on it. And it's going to give you a ton of different options here. Now, anything that says Pro, you can't access unless you're paying for Canva, and I pay for it, so I can access those. So, see all. And I like this guy right here, this little guy. I think he's cute. So let's grab him. Well, of course, I don't want that over the middle of my face, so I'm going to pop him over here. And let's just kind of angle him a little bit too. Okay, I'm done. That's it. So that took me 10 minutes, I think. Well, maybe a little less than 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and save that. And I'm going to cover this up because it'll pop up with my text. Okay. I don't necessarily think people want their faces and their names and stuff on YouTube. So there we have it. So now where is this? Where can I find this? So what I want to do now is just get out of here. And then I'm going to go over to my camera app. There's my daughter. Camera app. And here's my thumbnail. And now I can pull that into Instagram. I can suck it into my laptop through Dropbox and add that to my video. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to cut myself out of a picture and then put it over just a background of any kind. So I'm going to click on Picsart this time around. And I'm going to go to up here so you can see all my pictures. These are recent projects. These are pictures I've already cut out of myself for other thumbnails, past thumbnails. So I'm going to click on See All. And let's see, let's grab this one. And I'm going to scroll across here to where it says Cut Out. And I'm going to cut out myself. So I want to click on Person. I mean, there's all kinds of different options that it gives you. Click on Person, and it's highlighted me in red. So I want to say Save, and then Next, Save, and then Save. So now that's been saved to my photos or my camera app on my phone. Okay, so I'm done with this. I can get out of here. So now let's go back into Canva. So now let's go up here and let's go to Home. It's going to take me back to the home screen that I started off at when I initially was showing you where to go. So I could use one of these templates, which I'll show you how to do that too, but I'm just going to grab a generic background of any kind, put that there. Okay. So first, before I do anything, I want to find a background to put behind my picture that I cut out of myself. So let's scroll over here and let's go to background. And this is going to give you tons of different options, tons. Nature, flowers, all results, which I typically go to all results because unless I know exactly what I want, and you can search up here for it, you know, gradients, patterns, landscapes, all that kind of stuff. So let's go down to all results. Okay, so this is fun because, you know, whatever you want to use, you can use, doesn't matter. You know, you can have it be based on, you know, maybe find some colorful options if you're doing like a colorful eye look with the rainbow palette, or I don't know. But for this purpose, I kind of just like this brick wall. So let's click on that. And there we have the background with the brick wall. But how do I get my picture into it? Okay, I'm gonna show you. So click out of here and you want to go to Camera Roll. And there's my picture cut out of myself. So I'm going to click on that, Add to Page. Now initially it's going to have that white box around it, which that's not what you want. Just give it a minute. Just takes its time to kind of figure out what it's doing. Sometimes I'll like click around, try to see if I can speed it up. So there we go. There I am. Now this background kind of washes my shirt out, but whatever. Maybe that's not the best choice, but whatever. So now I'm just going to kind of mess around with the dimensions of my picture. I can put it here. I can put it over here. I can put it over here. I can turn it, all kinds of stuff. So I think what I'll do is I'll put it over here. Now keep in mind, when you have your thumbnail, you're going to have this little box down here with the timestamp. So, you know, I probably wouldn't want to do that because it's going to cover up my face. So I'm going to do this, and I can make it maybe a little bigger. Just like that. You know, you got to use the whole frame for your thumbnail because you have all of this to, well, not all of it, it's not like it's huge, but you have quite a bit of space to work with. So now I want to add some fun text. So let's go to text. And I think I will just go ahead and grab one of these already put together fun little text examples. So let's scroll down and let's see what we can find here. Let's do this. That's kind of cool. All right, that's neat. So let's say I'm going to use this for my no makeup and chill. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to write no makeup. And obviously this is too big, so I'm going to have to scale it back a little bit. So I'll do this, kind of, you know, pull it out and then grab the little corner Here, let me get this down here. So this little bar right here, this little white bar, like white little, I don't know, hatch mark, you can pull this, pull it this way, and it makes it longer, so you can put more words like after makeup if you wanted to. But if it's too big in general, you just take the little circles in the corner and just push on them. Push on them, and it brings it down more, like smaller. Again, I'm not a professional tutorial person here, so I'm doing my best. Okay, now I want to change this to, and let's do all caps, chill. Done. Okay, so that's kind of not centered, so I want to center a little bit more. Well, that's a little too close to my face, so let's scoot it over just a little bit. And actually, I think I'm going to scoot myself over just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's it. No makeup and chill. There's another example of a thumbnail. And if I wanted to use that, I would just save again, click on that button, the download button, saves it right to my phone. Okay, but I don't really want to save this one. Okay, so now one more example, and then I'm done, I promise. I'm going to go back to home. So now I'm going to show you how I would make a thumbnail with using a template for maybe like a multiple looks video, say. And obviously, if I scroll down here, you can see there are a bajillion options. Again, you can't use the ones that say pro if you're not paying for it. But I mean, you can see there's a lot that don't have the pro attached to it. So you got a lot for free that you can use. So I know though, if I'm gonna make a 2 looks video or 3 looks video for my thumbnail, I wanna use a collage style template. So I'm gonna click on style. It's gonna give you tons of different options. I'm gonna click on collage and then hit apply. Now, quite commonly, I will use this one here. Sometimes I'll use this one. Let's see, I've used this one before. So let's just go ahead and use this one. So I'm gonna click on that. And let's say this is a 3 looks video. So what I'll do is I'll pop a picture of each one of the looks I've created in these little boxes here. So I want to click on the box and hit replace. Now let's go down here because I have a bunch of pictures I took of my look for my Throwback Thursday. So I'm just going to grab this picture right here. And there it is. Now it does look a little funky. It's kind of distorted, so just give it a second. It'll finally figure itself out. Now that looks okay, but my head's kind of cut off up here, which is, sometimes I don't care if it's cut off. It just depends. So I want to move that around a little bit. So I'm going to scroll over to crop, and I'm going to scooch this down a little bit. Okay, done. Now I'm going to put my second look in here. And granted, I don't have a second look for this thumbnail, but just pretend. So I'm going to go to replace, and let's say I pick, let's pick this picture. So that's going to pop in there. Pretend like this is a completely different look than that one. Give it a second to settle itself. So now I'm going to go to crop again. I'm just going to scooch it down a little bit. Okay. Now this face is a little bit larger, like the way I took the picture is a little bit larger than this one. So let's make that one a little bit bigger. So click on it again, hit crop, grab the circle, and just make it a little bigger. Okay, fantastic. So they're basically even scale. That might still could be maybe a little bit bigger, but I'm not going to get super fussy because this is not for real. So now I'm going to click on that and add my last photo. And I'm going to go to replace. And let's say I do this one. So, you know, I kind of have different angles of my face. Let it settle for a minute. Okay. Of course, that's not where I want it. So I'm going to go back to crop. I'm going to scooch it down a little bit. And I feel like that size is pretty decent, right? Yeah, I think it's okay. But again, you can scale it to however you want it to look. If you just want, you know, your face without this extra stuff around it, that's fine too. Well, this is not a breaking news video. So I'm going to click in here and I'm going to say 3 looks exclamation point, exclamation point. And then let's see, how about Ladybug Glow, Everyday Sparkle, Everyday, oops, not dat, Everyday Sparkle. Okay, now that's kind of not where I want it, so I'm going to click on it and just drag it up a little bit. Okay, there you go. Now let's say I wanted to add some sparkle to it or change this color of the whole thing here. I can click on the around the edge there and go to color, and I can change it to, let's do that rosy red, or maybe, let's do that. That's nice. I like the kind of mauve-y, kind of matches better. And I want to add some fun stuff like some sparkles. So I'm going to click here so that the box is no longer around the frame. I'm going to go to Elements. I'm going to go to Search and type in Sparkle. Return. And here we go. See all. Now again, a lot of these have Pro, which, you know, they used to have more free options than they do now, but it's okay. So here's one that's free. So let's grab that one. Okay, I don't want that in the middle. So let's scooch this over here like that. And I want one on the other side. So I'm just going to click duplicate or, yeah, duplicate. And I'm going to scroll and grab this, or grab and drag this one over here. Okay, done. I'm done. And then I would save that. So, you know, it doesn't take long to make these thumbnails. It really doesn't. And this is just a couple of very basic, simple examples. Obviously, you can do a lot more involved type thumbnails here, but these are the ones that I typically will create for my channel. So that's it. And I've taken up way too much of your guys' time. So rather than having a whole formal outro, I'm just going to head on out of here. But thank you guys very much for hanging out and watching me show you my skincare, watching this thumbnail tutorial. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys are taking very good care of yourself, being well, safe, and happy. And of course, I'll see you soon. Bye.
Drop it.